Hello and welcome to Lily Godzilla. Today we're going to be out here on the Shokan Reservoir and we're going to try to do a little bit of fishing. I got a few lures set up and we're mainly going to do some trolling. So I'm going to set up the GoPro camera and we're going to see if we get anything today. To cast it out and I let it go way behind the boat. I'll keep rowing and let more and more line out because this water is crystal clear and the fish get really skittish. So we let it get way behind the boat so they're not scared from us with all the noise we make with the oars. Set my drag. Now I use a bait runner for trolling. So I have two different drags. I use the main drag for fighting the fish and the smaller drag for while I'm trolling. So the fish can bite it, it can pull out the line fairly easily and not pull the pole in the water, and then I could pull it up, set the hook, go to the other drag, and it's already set for fighting. Okay, I'm gonna reel it in now. It's been out there for a long time, and I just want to make sure I don't have any weeds or sticks or anything on it. It looked like it was swimming just fine by the way the pole was bouncing, but sometimes you get these really small little pine needles on there, and you can't really tell, and the water is so clear, fish is not likely to bite it. So we just got to check every so often and make sure our lure is clean. So I cast it back out and I let some more line out, but I wasn't really thinking because there starts to get too shallow, so I had to reel it back in. And on the way in, something happened. Little guy. He's throwing up a whole bunch of soil bellies. Alright, looks like we got our first one. It wasn't too big, we had to throw it back, but I was just about to turn off the camera and save the batteries for later and actually hook that little guy. So I'm happy I got that on the GoPro. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure I got that. So I'm gonna get this all turned off for a little while. Marking lots of big fish. They're just sitting right below the ledge, and I'm pretty confident later in the day they're gonna come up that ledge and we should hook a few of them, and I wanna have the battery and storage space to record some of that. So I'm just gonna stick around the shore, take it easy, make a few little casts. I might catch a few smaller ones. I don't think I'm gonna catch anything too big until later. And I'm gonna put the GoPro back on then, and we'll see if we can get any big ones on footage. So I'll get back to it and we'll see you later. So I got another hit while the camera was off, so I quickly turned it on to record this guy.
Another baby. Get you up and unhook you. Another little fella.
Put this one on a floating Rapala flat wrap.
So we were able to get one that was keepable. It's only 13 inches, but has to be 12 to keep. So we're gonna harvest it. Hopefully get a few more to fry up for football tomorrow.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it on film, but I caught the 13-inch bass on a number 4 rattling shad wrap.
Not sure if this is gonna pick it up because the sun's back that way. But there's a lot of smoke coming from over there. I can smell it. How many miles away it is. It's been burning as long as I've been here. I don't know what it is. Probably wildfire. Oh shit, it got a hit just as I set that up. Nice. Oh, this one feels pretty decent too. Oh, this one feels really good. I hope we can get it in. Some of these smallmouth are really, when they get big, they're good at throwing these lures off. Don't know for certain it's a smallmouth. It is staying down low. Smallmouth do like to jump. I like to loosen up my drag when they get close to the boat because they go crazy sometimes. It's gonna jump, I think. Just keep the line tight. Since Smalley, I hope we get them in. Yes! Well. Guess we set this camera up just in time. Let's get it turned back around. Oh, I don't know if it saw it or not. I had the camera set up just as I got the hit. Alright. Well, I don't know if I got it or not. I set this camera up just as it got hit. Whew. Got a pretty... Well, I don't know if I got it or not. I set this camera up just as it got a hit. Whew. Got a pretty decent one here. Probably about 2.5 pound smallmouth, maybe 3. Oh yeah, got both those treble hooks in there good. See if we can get these out. Oh yeah, woo! That's why that's why you're in the boat right now, because these things, smallmouth in general, are acrobats and really good escape artists on top of that. So when they start jumping, they're really good at getting off. And this thing jumped really close to the boat, and I thought it was gonna get off, and it didn't. And I'm really happy. So a little smaller than I thought, but I'm quite happy with it. It's about, we'll have to measure it better when we get home, but it should be about 2 pounds or so. I'm very happy with it. So we're gonna put this in a bucket with the other little one we got and fry it up tomorrow for football season. We're gonna retie this. This is what we caught that last one on. It was a nice shad wrap. Sticky number 9. Cut out all the ratty line. That fish was thrashing and kind of messed up that line a bit. Now this is actually a leader I got on here. It's a very long leader because I'm not really casting this, I'm just trolling. So I could afford to cut off quite a bit. And this is monofilament 12 pound. Strand. Or not strand, why'd I say that? 12 pound suffix. I believe it was Suffix Elite, the red package. Go. I'm excited. Pardon my voice. I'm very happy. That was the first like halfway decent fish I ever like recorded myself catching, or at least I hope I recorded it. I hope it's all on there good. And I'm very excited about that. The thing's decent. It's at least 2 pounds. It's a really nice smallmouth. It was a really good fun fight, and it's gonna taste delicious. The fish up here, this water's crystal clear. The fish up here taste amazing. All right. See if we get lucky, get another nice one.
Start pulling and jerking on the pole to get the weeds to come off. Sometimes with braided line it will cut the weeds off. And then I decided I better just reel it in and just check and make sure there's no weeds on it. And on the way in, my Rapala gets totally mollywhopped. Oh, something bit it on the way in. I was reeling it in to see if it had weeds on it. Somebody clobbered it. Just got mollywhopped. Ooh. Should I get it in? After I got this fish in, I noticed it actually pulled off one of the treble hooks. Just think of that every time you see this thing jump. One of those treble hooks fell off the back. See if we get him in. These guys are tough sometimes when you're out here alone. Oh, baby, I hope I can get you in. Woo! I hope I got that in camera and I should jump in the water and landed in the net. Woo! Alright, I hope this GoPro is running. I got another one. I thought I had some weeds on. I was going about 30 feet deep though. This lure shouldn't go any more than like 17 with our setup, maybe 18. And I pulled it up and I started like kind of tugging on it hard to pull the weeds off, and then I just started reeling in because it felt weird. And all of a sudden it just got mollywhopped, and we got another pretty nice smallmouth. We'll measure them all when we get them home. This one's definitely getting harvested because it's football season and Cowboys are on tomorrow. So, but yeah, let's try to get some more. Hopefully this GoPro is still running. The light's blinking, so hopefully, I think it's still on. Ah, nice. Oh, same shad wrap. If you like seeing big fish like this, like and subscribe because there's going to be a lot more in the future. I hope we don't get this lure snagged. There's a little bit of stuff that's like 18, 19. Some more at 19. Oh yeah, we got hung up. Oh, it's a big fish. It's a big smallmouth. Well, I don't know if it's that big, but it looks big and it's jumping way out there. Ooh! Oh, stay on, baby. Stay on there. Oh God. I get so scared when they jump. Please, Jesus, let it stay on. The one jumped out the water and landed in the freaking net. Did it again, baby. Like and subscribe. Enjoy the sunset. Enjoy the fish. Enjoy Lily Godzilla. Like and subscribe. Woo.
not too bad. Lily guys, Lily strike again. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Ow. Thank you, Jesus. Oh. And that last fish was on his rattle and shad rat. Alright, I'd like to thank everyone for joining today. I hope you had fun. I know I had fun today. I hope I catch some more, but I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to keep filming and how much is going to show up on camera because it's getting dark. So I'm gonna say goodbye now. We're gonna get these home though. We're gonna do a cook and clean and all that. So you're gonna see me again really soon, and we're gonna fry these up. I'm very happy today. I'm Lily Godzilla. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next time. I'm gonna spin you all around and let you enjoy the sunset now. Beautiful. There's another nice one right there. Probably about the same size as the ones that we just caught. Can't stick around though, I gotta go. But I'd love to stick around and catch them. Look at that, another nice guy. But that says we gotta get going. Hello, we made it back to the house. We got the catch of the day with us. These are the 4 that we brought home. We got these 3, and we have a little smaller guy over here. This little guy, if you remember, this was our first keeper of the day. He was just barely 13 inches. Then we got these guys that are all about 2 to 3 pounds. Very happy. Alright. And we're going to harvest these guys, we're going to clean them up, and we're going to fry them up tomorrow. So we're going to get a nice catch, clean, cook video for everyone. Alright, we're going to give these guys a nice measuring. The big one is 18 1/4. Huh? The other one is 18 1/4-ish. And the medium one is about 17 1/4. Not too shabby. I want to get a girth measurement of the big one. Kind of hard to do. The girth at the widest spot is 11 inches. Not too shabby. We got our little guy here. And our little guy is just barely over 13. Okay, now we're going to get started. We're going to clean them up. Gonna just do everything with my hunting knife. I like to scale them, cut them, pull the guts out, do everything with just this one tool. So we come in close. Okay. Come in close, we'll start scaling them. I always start at the tail.
We're gonna make a mess in the house. I normally do this outside on the truck bed, but it's not gonna film good. It's late and dark out right now. So I'm just gonna make a mess and have to clean it up. I'm gonna work my way up from the tail to the head. Get nice and tight up underneath, get close to all the fins. It's going to be very fun cleaning up. Okay, bring it over to the sink, give it a nice rinse. Alright, bring it back over and do the other side. Alright, same thing on the other side. And these bigger smallmouth are harder to scale. The small ones scale really easy. Belly good, get up underneath it good, all around all the fins really careful. Okay, bring it over and get another rinse. Now we get to the head cut off. Now we get to the part where we cut the head off. Now I like to get right in their armpit, right behind his front fin. There's a little bone plate here. And I like to start right behind that. Get right up underneath it. And I go at a downward angle towards the spine right here. Now this is the hardest part, is getting through the spine on these bigger ones. Alright, now we're most of the way through. We flip it. Same cut on the other side. Get in the armpit. Right behind, I don't know if you can see this bone right here. It's not even a bone, it's like a big gill. And it protects their armpit. You get right behind that. And if you look, you barely lose any meat. There's just a little bit on the very top of the head that you would have to cook it with the head on to get that meat. Okay, let's put this in the garbage. Then, I put the tip of my knife right directly into the butt. And on small fish, I'll go around these fins. On big fish, I could usually cut through it easy. There we go. Pull out the guts. Okay, then we go, just cut them out right towards the butt. Then we go back to the butt and we cut along this line right here, tight to this fin but above the bones on this side. There we go. And that just helps to flay it open later on. Tomorrow when we cook them up, I'm going to do another cut here and another cut up here, but for the meantime, I'm going to leave them this size and I'm going to soak them in a saltwater bath. Let's give them one more rinse. Okay. Just like to give it a good rinse. Get what I can from the air sac and some of the other stuff out the inside. Let that nice cool water just run all over it. This is going to be delicious. These smallmouth at the Shokan Reservoir are some of the best fish you can eat ever in the world. Let me just make sure we get every little bit of the stuff on the insides out. Okay, let's go back to the table. Okay. So now we just come back on the inside. We gotta look at a few little things. I can usually pick out most of that with my fingers. Scrape out the rest of the butt. Just one side. Scrape out the other. Just pull out what I can. And cut off what I can of the little air bladder, what's left of it. Careful not to go into my rib meat. Okay. This guy is ready to go into the pot or into the bowl. I'll put them all in here. I'll fill it up with some more water and a bunch of salt, and I'll let them soak overnight. Alright, I still got 3 more of these guys to clean up, and I'm going to come back to you when we're putting them all in the bowl with the salt, and we're going to see you tomorrow with the fry, and I think you're going to really like it. These guys come out really good and they look really pretty. We're going to use a Shokan style seasoning, so they should come out kind of orange, and they should taste awesome. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, we got our fish all done cleaning. We got them scaled, we got the heads off, we got them gutted. And now it's time for the final rinse, and then we're going to put them in our saltwater bath. Okay. Now we pour a pretty good bit of salt in here. It just helps clean the fish out. These fish are really clean from the Shokan Reservoir, but still it just helps clean out any gamey taste. Makes the fish really good, and all I do is I just do the same recipes as normal minus the salt when I cook them later. And let the water get really briny. Okay. You don't want to do too much salt. You want it to still make sure that it all is absorbed by the water. Okay, I'm going to get these covered in foil. I'm going to put them in the fridge overnight, and we're going to cook these up tomorrow while we're watching some football. So I'll see you all then. Okay, so we had our fish soaking in salt water overnight, and now it's just time to do our final preparations before we throw them in the grease and fry them up. So one thing I like to do is this cut we started yesterday. I follow along all the ribs and I butterfly it open. I call it my butterfly cut. So we came on this side yesterday, so we make sure we go on the same side of the ribs today. And you can do this the night before. I just like to wait for the next day because it gives me a good chance to do a double check on everything and make sure there's no guts missed, no scales or anything else. You can see our fish looks nice and clean and yummy and fresh. Alright, now this guy is a bit big for our frying pan. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it in half, right about here. There we go. And now I just make sure I finish my butterfly cut through. Alright, and then when we cook this piece, we can flop it on the pan nice and flat. And this guy, we're going to basically cook the tail like if it was a small bass of its own. So we just finish our butterfly cut so that the tail will flay open just like that. And these guys are ready for the frying pan. Okay, we got our grease warmed up and now it's time to put our fish in the batter. Now this is my own personal mix. It's about 3 parts flour, 1 part cornmeal, some sazon, and some black pepper, but you can do whatever type of mix you prefer. I like to put it all in a bag, shake it up. The fish is still slightly moist, the flour helps it all stick, and the cornmeal makes it nice and crispy. Okay, and our grease is nice and hot, so we gotta be careful dropping this in there. Make sure we're all coated thoroughly. Alright, then we'll get our next piece. Oh yeah, that looks good already. Sure, we're all coated in every nook and crevice. You gotta be careful, the fins will sometimes poke through the bag and get you. That guy in, give my hands a quick wash. And then get them off of the other one. There we go. Okay. Now with smaller fish, I normally like to just get one side cooked, flip it, cook the other side, and take them out. But these big bass, they get really thick. I like to cook it on one side, flip it, get that side cooked, flip it again, flip it again. And you don't have to do that, it's kind of my own preference. I just like to make sure it gets cooked thoroughly inside. Now we just wait for it to crisp up. I think we're getting close to time for our first flip. The tail part's usually not too hard to flip. Oh yeah, that's starting to look good. But these parts are hard to flip, these segments. In fact, if it splits in two on us, that's fine. One side flip. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's going to split in two. That's absolutely fine that it splits in two, though. Okay. Then we'll let this side go for a little while. When this side is getting ready, we'll flip it again one more time, and then flip it again one more time after that, and these are going to be really crispy and really good. Oh yeah, that is looking good, Scotia. Alright.
That looks really delicious, dear.
I think it's going to be awesome. Okay, we are not going to do a second flip on this side. Once this bottom part finishes, these are going to be good. And I am really looking forward to this. So we'll let these go for a couple more minutes. And they're going to be done. This is going to be good. A minute or so. Alright, this guy is good. I'm going to get that one off now. I always put some paper towels underneath and then some more on top to help soak up the oil. Oh yeah, that looks good. And on top, start soaking up some oil. We're going to give the other one just a little bit longer. Oh yeah. Actually, I think the other one is pretty good too. Let's pull that one as well. Looks delicious. Get our paper towels on top. Alright, we'll see yous at the table. Okay, let's eat this fish. This looks delicious and I am hungry.
Ooh, that looks good, dear.
Thank you. Help yourself.
Okay. What do you want? You want a midsection, a tail?
I think I'm just going to take the tail.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite parts.
And I will take some of this.
You want to break it in half?
Yeah.
That looks
Look
good.
at that.
That looks so
this
good.
is your knife.
Okay.
Okay.
So, we have our own butter garlic dipping sauces. Mine, I put just a little bit of Louisiana sauce because I just love this stuff.
And this one here is just butter and garlic, nothing else.
Now, one of my favorite things, when they fry up crispy, I love the fins, I love the tail. So for some people, this might seem weird. For other people, you know what I'm doing and you love it yourself. Mmm. Mmm. That's very good.
I'm just going to break this piece of meat off right here and wow. I mean, look at that.
Mm.
Look at how clean.
This water at the Shokan Reservoir is crystal clear. You could be in 12, 15 foot of water and see the bottom as if it was 2 feet deep. And sometimes it makes it a little bit harder to catch the fish, but they are delicious out of there.
This is so good. This is delicious.
Thank you. And the next trip, I'm probably going to go, I have multiple boats at that reservoir. At this spot, I mean, you can catch trout there anywhere, but at the spot I went last time, it's more of a smallmouth spot. And the next trip, if I can get out again, I'm hoping to go to one of my trout boats. It's getting cool at night again. And hopefully we'll get some trout next time.
You know what, honey? This is one of my absolute favorite meals.
Aww.
It is so amazing.
That makes me happy because I have a wife who is happy when I go fishing because I bring home fish that she likes to eat.
Very much so.
And my favorite thing is when we can go fishing together. It's absolutely delicious.
It really is.
Shokan Reservoir is loaded with smallmouth. The majority of them are like the smaller one that we kept that was 13 inches. There's actually quite a few of them, and it would be kind of nice if more people are going up there and keeping them. If we can cull some of the smaller numbers, we'll get more and more of these bigger guys. And these ones are only about 2 to 3 pounds, 17, 18 inches. I've caught multiples this year that were well over 20 inches that were 5+ pounds. And those ones I usually throw back. I don't like to harvest the really big ones because I hope to catch them again. So we're going to finish up our meal here. We got a lot more fish to fry. We're going to be frying fish all day, watching football all day, and just having a lot of fun together. And I hope everyone enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. Had a lot of fun. We hope to see you all again soon. Thank you for watching.
So I always go fishing if I can, because fishing is good for me. But the exercise I get.